Glasgow, Scotland, are you ready to meet the big one? Please welcome to the ring, AJ Anthony Joshua!
Well, this is clever, isn't it? This guy knows how to work a crowd. Coming into the Proclaimers. But if anybody was against him, they're not now. They're enjoying this. Anthony Joshua. Very, very clever. Well, done everything right so far. High hopes, big expectations. How many miles will he have to go before he becomes world heavyweight champion? That's the big question. A long, long way to go yet. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, but Jim, the journey has started very promisingly indeed.
Yeah, and he's becoming really so popular. You heard the reception he got at the weigh-in in Glasgow yesterday. The crowd really got behind him. They don't expect him to be fighting anybody dangerous for quite some time. They're just prepared to buy their ticket and enjoy the ride. There'll be a few fights, but what they'll have to find, they'll have to find some of the old tough nuts that used to win the business, who don't really pose a great threat, but who take you a few rounds. It's no good wiping everybody out. He has to get some rounds under his belt if you want him to develop. So, I mean, let's remember, it's his 5th fight. We're in the heavyweight division. You can't be doing anything silly with a talent like this, and he is a terrific talent.
And he's still the most laid-back bloke in the building, dancing along with the music.
Ladies and gentlemen, here in the beautiful city of Glasgow, Scotland, Eddie Hearn from Matchroom Sport proudly presents 6 rounds in the heavyweight division. All sponsored by 888 Sport, Tenants, Advanced Construction, M8 Recovery and the Scottish Sun. And we are live on Sky Sports and live in the United States of America on AWE, a wealth of entertainment. For the 1,000 joining us here live and the millions joining us around the world, welcome to the big one. Here we go. Introducing to you, fighting out of the red corner wearing the white trunks trimmed with blue, weighing in at 16 stone 6 pounds, 38 fight record, 22 wins, 14 inside the scheduled distance, 15 defeats and 1 draw. Coming to the ring as the former Argentinian cruiserweight champion and the winner of the WBC Mundo Hispano Heavyweight Championship from San Miguel, Buenos Aires, Argentina, El Tiburón, the Shark, Hector Avila! And now, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the black trunks trimmed with top, weighing in at 17 stone. He's undefeated, 4 contests, 4 wins, all inside the scheduled distance. He comes to the ring as the 2-time ABA champion and the 2012 Olympic gold medalist. Honoured by Her Majesty the Queen, he is a member of the British Empire. Ladies and gentlemen, stand by. Here he is, AJ Anthony Joshua. So it's 6 rounds of action. Timekeeper Jim Kirk and our referees Victor Loughlin. 6 rounds in the heavyweight division.
Okay, gents, you know the rules. Obey my commands at all time. Defend yourselves at all time. Touch gloves. Touch them up.
Jim, people from my part of the world don't usually get welcomes like that in Glasgow. This guy has got a Glasgow crowd eating out of the palm of his hand. They love him already.
Yeah, because, you know, he conducts himself so well. You know, he doesn't carry the
Seconds
way
out, round one.
with the fame that he's heading towards. He's down to earth, he's likeable, and he's terrific to watch. And he's facing a man here who's won more than he's lost, with a fair bit of experience behind him, so this is not the worst match.
Got a couple of damning stats against him though, Avila, as a right hand gets through early. He's been stopped 11 times, 4 of them inside 2 rounds, and some of those against full-blown cruisers as well. And I think he's already felt the power of that Joshua right hand. And he doesn't travel well. This is his 10th fight outside of Argentina. He has yet to get a win. So Joshua just taking his time, measuring him up. But as everyone says, to go 9 rounds with Derek Chisora, you're not a chump.
A little bit crude and a little bit slow, so he's going to pay for that unless he can get his hands up a little bit tighter and come in behind a high guard. You know, he's been picked off already.
Seeing some of those double jabs that Glenn McCrory was asking for. Massive physical advantages, of course. Anthony Joshua, it's all about capitalising on him. Moving well tonight, taking his time, measuring his man.
And he doesn't get hit, which is good. You know, I mean, he must know when he goes in with these guys. You know, he's a certain victory. No, but he doesn't get sloppy. He doesn't do anything silly. His concentration's good. His technique's good. And he's a lot of punches.
There we go again. That's rocked him. He's in trouble here already in the first round. The Argentinian. And Joshua senses it and goes to work, picking some wicked body shots, and eventually Avila has to just hang on. But he's shaken up already. He looked at his corner there as if to say, what have you done to me? And he's gone. And I don't think he wants any part of this. He's holding his ear as if the ear's gone, but now, no. He's moved it away and he's not getting up. He had no interest. He's looking at the referee as if to say, why have you stopped it? Well, he was stopped because he was in all sorts of trouble with the count at 9. Anthony Joshua hears the cries of easy, easy, and they are loving him here.
Yep, that's what they come to see. That's what they expect to see when Anthony Joshua's on the bill. And it was a decent punch. It didn't land full force, but it seemed to catch Avila on the cheekbone. And I don't think he was acting when he went down. I think he was genuinely hurt. He's recovered quickly enough from it. But what was the point in that continuing? I think all the ambition was knocked out of Avila, and the bust that was saw over against the ropes there. So yeah, Anthony once again has given the people what they've expected to see, and he did it well.
And just listen to these fans. If they weren't believers before, they certainly are now. Utterly ruthless from Anthony Joshua.
And you can't fault the way he was delivering the punches over it against the ropes there. I mean, he was digging them in. There were body shots, head shots. Maybe he was doing well to cover up and weather the storm, but I think it knocked any ambition that he might have had out of him. And then the first decent punch he took from there on, it was over.
Well, this is the assault that started it all. He really picked some good shots here. Working the body as well, and he felt this power of Avila.
Yeah, he's partially blocking these, but I mean the power is pounding right through the defence. And I think from that point on, Avila was knowing, yep, this is not going to last much longer, and I'll be making sure of that. But that was a decent punch that finished it. Caught him on the cheekbone. So I think there's actually pain there. You can actually see him holding the cheekbone. So I wonder maybe if there's some damage been done there, but that was a decent punch. That was a decent punch, and there was absolutely no point whatsoever trying to get back up again and back into it.
Oh, look, a shock on his face there as he landed. Oh, that's clinical.
Yeah, I think you can see he's in actual pain there. It's not that his head's scrambled. It's as though there's a little bit of damage there. Yeah. That was a good shot.
Well, he was critical of himself last time, Anthony Joshua. Surely there's nothing not to like about that performance. Took his time to measure him up. Got a few double jabs in there as well. Had his man in trouble, and then when he was in trouble, with one punch, he wiped him out. Simple as that.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jim Kirkwood has recorded a time of 2 minutes, 14 seconds of the first round. Avila on a count-out, your winner, and taking his record to 5 with 5 wins, all inside the scheduled distance. It's AJ Anthony Joshua!
A big hit in Glasgow tonight, Anthony Joshua. And he's done in 1 round what Derek Chisora did in 9. Which is something that will be noted in certain quarters, I'm sure. Although Joshua will be the first to say, no way am I ready for the likes of Chisora yet. But this career is bubbling along very nicely indeed. And a little whisper in the ear there from Eddie Hearn. I wonder what he just had to say. Surely Eddie's got to be happy, and surely Anthony after that has got to be a very happy man indeed.
Well, Anthony, congratulations. A first round win. Did that go perfectly to plan for you? Did that go perfectly to plan?
Oh, you know what I'm like, but there's definitely an improvement from my last bout, and that's what I was looking for, and I think it was clear to see that some improvements were made.
You can't find any criticism with your own performance there. You didn't get hit.
Yeah, but as we go up, just, you know what it is, just got to keep on improving. As the opponents get better, we want to keep on doing that. That's all it is.
You've not been beyond 2 rounds yet, though, in 5 pro fights. Is that a worry down the line as far as your development goes? Or are you happy to be knocking these guys out?
You know, like, when people are knocking guys out, there's always that question, can they go the distance? But everyone trains hard in the gym. But I think mentally, I'm ready to go 6, 8. This was my last 6 rounder, right? This is my last 6 rounder, so now we're going to go into 8 rounds. And the opponents are going to get tougher. This year's going to be an interesting year, and there will be a time when you see me go past 2-3, and I bet you on it that I'll be fine.
Talk us through the performance. You trapped him on the ropes. Your footwork looked good. You were stepping to the side and thinking about your work, and then that lovely left hook counter to finish. Yeah,
I think like I've had many receptions before in boxing, but I've never had anything like this in Glasgow, and I think yeah. I've never had anything like this in Glasgow, and I think that spared me on, you know what I mean, to get my stuff right, because I wanted to put on a performance. These guys showed me lots of love coming out here, so I wanted to give it back by putting on a performance like that.
You boxed in England, you boxed in Wales, you boxed in Scotland. Now this is reminiscent of the Olympics, the reception you've got. Is that part of the plan to the British tour?
Yeah, I'd love to come back here, you know. That was 1 round. I would love to come back here next week. It was real good. So it's not about me anymore. We've got Ricky Burns coming in, and let's all get behind him and support him.
To Eddie Hearn, talk us through the plan for the rest of the year. What's the way forward?
Keep progressing. We've got a problem because, you know, people will criticise the opponent. He just did 9 rounds with Chisora out there. He's gone 1 round with Joshua. But, you know, it's about showcasing Anthony Joshua all over the country, and, you know, and bringing him to Scotland. That was incredible, you know, to see him walk out in that kind of reception, and that's why we love coming here so much. But, you know, another faultless performance from Anthony Joshua. Roll on. He's out on April the 19th in Manchester. He's going all the way. You know, we've got a problem because I feel he's ready for the division now. But we've got to progress him in the right way, keep learning. But right there, you've got something very special.
How do you get the balance right? Because obviously the fans want knockouts, but they also want to see Anthony tested.
Of course, and he will be tested. You know, we hoped Avila would give him some rounds. Like I said, 9 rounds against Chisora less than a year ago. So we step it up again, go to 8 rounds. We look abroad, we look internationally. The names of Sprott and Skelton have all been put in the mix. They're perfect for Anthony, I believe, next. And I think, you know, we look at that, and then we look at a British title within 6 months.
Is Anthony progressing faster than you thought he would?
Yeah, much faster. You know, I mean, again, he's making opponents look bad. You know, like I said, a lot of people in the team feel like he's ready, but we've got to do things right. When you've got something this special, you can't waste it.
Anthony, British champion, hopefully by the end of the year. That's the plan.
Speak to Eddie, speak to my manager, but to have a British belt around my waist, I would never turn that down, so bring it on.
You enjoying the ride?
Yeah, I always have been. Since I stepped foot in the gym, I've always trained hard, and boxing's changed my life, so I'm really enjoying this.
Well done, Anthony.